Hello, Taurus. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. For the supportive oracle, I'm using the Halloween Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Yep. All right, I already shuffled. All this on your side. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got going in here. All right. So, I want to say before we get too far, I feel this is going to go well for you. I'm not seeing all the cards there right now, but I kind of feel like this is going to go well. It's coming in rough. And I'm getting the hiccups. I'm like trying to not have hiccups here, but it's usually a sign of rough energy. You're coming into the situation with the Eight of Swords. Like you're forced into it. And you can't get out of it, and you don't like it. So that's the energy you're coming into. Somebody else is trying to hold you to it too. They're trying to keep you from moving away. Now Taurus, stereotypically, Taurus they don't make quick jets out. They usually stick with something. They're usually very dependable, usually. You know, there's circumstances and all the other good stuff. But for some reason, somebody's trying to pressure you, and they're trying to not only keep you involved, they're trying to lock you in tighter. So it's almost like if you're going down the road, and they want you over here, they're like trying to pull you over their direction. Like this is where you normally are, but they're trying to pull you over where they are. And in actuality, I feel like you kind of want to go slowly that way, but they're trying to pull you in tighter. You're feeling like you can't get away from it. You're feeling you don't like it, but you're feeling like you're forced into this, and you're kind of right because I feel like they're trying to force you into this. Okay, so whatever's happening to create that situation, there comes a point where you and whoever you're dealing with, whether it be one person or more than one, however that is, you're having this moment of the King of Swords. It's between the two of you. There's a lot of negotiating going on here is what I'm getting. A lot of like honest, like this is what I will do, this is what I won't do. I feel like you're trying to unbind yourself a little bit. I feel like the more you try to unbind yourself, the more they try to bind you tighter. It goes back and forth for a little bit, and I feel like they seem to get the point, whoever you're dealing with, that if they don't please you in some respect, if they don't make you happy in some respect, sooner or later you will start disconnecting from this. Sooner or later you will. They have to please you in some respect. And they're getting that. So I feel like where this negotiation seems to go is to the Four of Wands. They get their way. They get you. They do bind you tighter to the situation. But they're appeasing you, and they're giving to you more. They're giving you what you want. They're hearing what you don't like, and they're changing things to make things easier for you. You're not afraid of hard work. Usually Taurans aren't. Stereotypically, granted. But usually they're not. So it's not about the work. It's just about the conditions of the work. It feels like more like the conditions of the situation. And they're appeasing you. They're finding out, oh, that's what you don't like? Oh, that? We'll fix that. We'll move it around. We'll change it. We need you here. We want you bound tighter to this. So they're trying to make it aesthetically pleasing as much as they possibly can. You feel vindicated with that. I feel like that's working for you. Now, what comes next is the Page of Cups. There's only so much they have, whoever you're dealing with, only so much they can do. You got the Page of Cups telling me enough improvement has been made to where you can stomach it. Enough has been done. But the other side, whoever you're dealing with, seems to realize, like, it's almost like they're looking at it on shaky ground. Like, to me, the page is like, it's a child card. A lot of times, it's like, it's not full maturity, it can't survive on its own. Somebody has to take care of this person, this child, make sure they're fed, they're shelter, they're protected, that they have the education they need. So the situation is not completely stable at this point, but you can stomach it. I'm seeing the black cat on the other side here. Now, it says fortune meets opportunity. I'm getting, like, the nervousness. Like, that cat's eyes are wide open. Like, hello. I feel like they are very well aware that they're on shaky ground, whoever this is. And they're kind of, like, they're trying to stay poised to, like, in case they have to make another move or another correction. They're also trying to see if it's just going to survive on its own. They don't seem to want to get involved if they don't have to. But if something happens, they want to be able to jump on it and fix it. So they're kind of poised on the side, almost poised around the corner like a cat would. And, like, to see, like, is the mouse going to stay in its hole? Or is it going to come out here and I'm going to have to pounce on it? If everything stays cool, copacetic, and you seem okay, you can stomach the situation, it moves forward smoothly, they're going to let it be. If something seems to get a little rocky and they're thinking you're not going to like it, it's going to be displeasing to you, they'll get in there and try to correct it as quickly as possible. So they are kind of poised to the side is what I'm getting. You got 3 cards here. You got Hearth, you got Night Song, and Veil. Hearth is happiness in our hearts and homes. Hearth, to me, it's a very good Taurus card, in my opinion. That's feeling stability and protected and like you're being looked at. Like people are looking out for you because they value you. They want you to be happy, and in return, you're going to do your part. That's what I'm getting for you. You seem to know this side is looking out for you. The Night Song. Now, the Night Song, to me, I know it says hidden talents. That's not what I'm getting for this card, just to be fair. I'm getting you're on alert, though. You're just kind of like, this better go my way. This better continue to get better. Or I don't know what I'm going to do next. I can't guarantee anything if this doesn't continue in a good direction. That's what I'm getting for that. You're on alert. I feel like you're on alert with this one. Just kind of like, it's good. I feel protected. People are looking out. But, you know, it better, just because they're looking out for me, they still have to do things. They have to do me right. Just because somebody's looking out for you doesn't mean they're going to do you right. Just maybe they may do something that they think is right for you that you might not think is right for you. So that's what you're on alert for. That they're doing what's actually something you want them to do, not something they think they should do. I don't know if that seems like mincing words, but it's just about, you know, is the outcome what you actually want or just what they think or what they feel you should want? The Veil. You're not sure where this is going. It says the future. You'll notice that there's that red cloth over that lady's face, her eyes anyway. You're communicating. You're keeping your senses. You got your nose. You got your ears going on there, but you can't really. I don't feel like you know enough. Right now, it's okay at this point, but I feel like it's still on shaky ground, and I feel like it's still going to be on shaky ground for a little while farther because you're not really sure if you can really commit yourself to this completely right now, and I feel like that's the kicker. You're on alert. You're feeling cared for. You got that Hearth card, and that's good, but it's not going to be good enough down the road. Like right now, you'll stay connected for right now. But if this doesn't seem to continue to get better or improve, if it just seems to go static, like I can stomach it, you're going to have to come to that point where is that going to be okay? Because is this stable? Is it just going to stay at this I can stomach it line? If that's the case, are you okay with that? Or does that mean maybe you need to go? If it does not stay here, is it getting better or is it getting worse? If it's getting better, I feel like you'll naturally stay. If it's getting worse, I feel like you're going to start moving yourself away from the situation. I feel like it's a time will tell situation. People do want you. People do want to do what they can for you. The trick is, how much can they really do for you? Because I'm getting it's like, especially this poised to the side feeling, how much can they really do for you? I feel like that might be another kicker that you might want to look a little closer at this whole situation. Whoever you're dealing with, how much power do they honestly have? What can they honestly do to make the situation better for you? For example, if you're working in a factory, just for some argument's sake, and you don't like working in a factory, but they're making the situation where they're trying to make it cleaner for you, they're trying to make it less noisy for you, they're trying to make all these things work for you, but you're still working in a factory, and you don't want to work in a factory. Can they move you somewhere else where you don't have to work in a factory? Or is this, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? How much power do they really have to change the situation to something you really like. If you don't like the situation for the situation itself, but they're creating an environment where you can stomach it, and you're like, well, I don't really like it here, but this is better. Like, I have ear protection now, I have eye protection now, you know, people are leaving me alone and let me do my job. Is that good enough? Or are you just saying, well, you know, I really don't want to work in a factory, and just as long as I work with this person, I'm working in a factory. How much power do they actually have? Once you get on point with that, how much they actually have the power to change things for you, I feel like that's the kicker. I feel like you're really like, once you get to the point with that, like, you know what, they don't have the ability to really help me for what I want. Maybe I just need to make my own decisions and move away from the situation. I just have to find my path and just keep them out of the no. Don't let them know that I'm going to find my way out, and when I find it, I'm just going to have to go. It's all about how much power. I feel like you can see it. How much power does this person really have? How happy do they really have the ability to make you? And you make your decision from there. I think I'm going to stop beating it to death because I feel like I'm beating it to death. Alright, so I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.